Hello, everyone. This is Professor CC19 here with.
Pittsburgh Pat, how are you, Professor?
I'm doing great this afternoon, and I hope everyone watching is having a good morning or afternoon or evening, depending on your time zone and when you're watching this. This is part 17 of our full playthrough Let's Play Earthbound. But anyway, we have some important business to attend to today. Last time, we erased the eraser. No, we erased the eraser with the eraser. That's correct. Um,
Confusing but accurate.
but that confusing yet accurate, like life. Um, we are heading into Stonehenge Base, which is one of the longest and most kinda difficult sections of the game. And before entering, I want to be prepared, so we're gonna go over our goods.
Okay.
We still have the Molokai soup from in Scaraba. That's a healing item. Same with the beef jerky. We no longer need the eraser, so I'm going to deposit it. We might use that sudden gut spill today. Brain food lunch is very nice. Super bomb. 2 Kraken soups. Those are full heals no matter what level we're on.
Wow.
Actually, I can get rid of both the pencil and eraser. PSI Caramel's nice. Heavy Bazooka, that's Jeff's weapon now. We're not using any of his regular guns or beams. The Heavy Bazooka outranks all of them. Delivery within 3 minutes.
Good gravy. It is the future.
The past, but yet the future. Way to go.
I remember when it was 20 minutes. Now it's 3 minutes.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever gotten like takeout. Well, not takeout, like delivery pizza in my life. We've eaten at Pizza Hut, and I want to go to Domino's at some point because of their new 2 pizzas, 2 sides, and 2-liter bottle of Dakota, yes, 2-liter bottle of soda for $19.99, and I want to try that.
That sounds like a good deal.
Yes, I would like to buy Dakota for $19.99. Both Dakotas.
So,
just throw in.
Yeah. Well, the South one definitely because it's got the nice statues on the mountain.
Yeah, South Dakota has Mount Rushmore. You can throw in North Dakota. It's too cold up there, but for $19.99, it's worth the price. I have this insane ability to just run with any sort of idea, no matter how right or wrong it is.
That's a wonderful talent, I think. I don't see any problem with that at all.
I have a coworker, and maybe don't tell her this, but her name is Holly, and she bakes stuff and brings it in to work for the other employees, and nobody really has the heart to. No one has the heart to tell her that she's not a very good baker because everything she makes is underbaked. Like it's either soft or not flavorful or just like gooey in the middle. I'm like,
Well, yeah, that's a hard conversation to have.
Yeah.
She thinks she's being like generous, and obviously she's taking time.
Exactly.
So
it's the funny thing about it, why I brought it up, was everything she makes looks really good. And most of them smell good, but they don't taste good. And I said, she has the incredible talent of making things that aren't good look really good.
There may be a job for her. She could
be a cake
food that people
cake decorator
photograph.
Yeah.
True. Or she could do the stuff that people photograph for TV commercials and that sort of thing.
This is probably the strongest enemy in this opening section. It's kind of a reverse dungeon because I think this is one of the strongest, but it's right at the beginning.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned that. We're running a game of Dungeons & Dragons tonight, and most adventures are designed to take away about 20% of the health or resources of the party before they get to the main boss. And so you have to kind of plan ahead so that you know how weakened your players are going to be when they meet the big boss, right? Because you don't want them to not win.
That's very interesting for game design, and that tickles my statistical bone. Also in the context of game design, I sent you a map of this place earlier, or part of it.
Yes. Beautiful.
And, yeah, it's a long place.
I'm a big fan of maps. I
Um,
have a
there are two
book
paths. We can
about.
go to the
Yeah.
right and we can go down. The best path would be to go to the right, I believe. It's the
Okay.
shortest.
Okay.
And yes, I did get the map from before when I was trying to speedrun this game. New enemy.
Whoa.
Okay, not a new
Wow.
enemy. I thought
What's what's the speed run record on this game? I can't imagine. I mean, it's so long.
there are. Okay, this game is from the 90s, which means its
Yeah.
programming wasn't really rock solid. There's a lot of ways to break the game and just glitch out of bounds and do all sorts of
Uh,
tricks. So like the world
yeah.
record for the game is like an hour because you can glitch out of bounds, skip over areas. It's really ballsy. But world record for actually playing the game is like
Right.
4 hours and something, I think.
That, that's more what I was thinking about. The other ways.
Like a low 4 hour
I,
time, I think. Because I wanted to speedrun it, and I started a run. It died in three. It was really late. I got tired. But my goal was to be top 50 or top 100 or something, which would have been like sub 6 hours 20.
hmm,
So yeah. Hall
that's
is best
amazing.
off using fire because it is very weak to fire.
You can stay at the computer for 3 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours.
I told you I have a run third place in Metopia, which was nearly 9 hours. So,
Wow.
and I want
That's
to do it
amazing.
again to get it down by like 20 minutes. Now these things.
Yes.
Say hello to the Starman.
Starman, one
We
of the
fought
greatest movies of all time.
we fought Starman Jr. a long time ago, right at the beginning of the game when it came back in time to attack Buzz Buzz. This is not Junior, regular Starman, and he is kind of strange. He has a defend command, like we do,
Hmm.
which
Mm-hmm.
means he wastes his turn to take less damage. He also
Okay.
has a very strange psychic attack that you'll have to see its moveset. It's just very odd.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna bash it too. Tried Magnet Alpha. So that's the thing that's odd. It has
Okay.
Magnet Alpha, which steals PP from us, but I don't think it has any psychic, like active, doing damage to us attacks.
Hmm. So it just wants
So
to take away our ability to use the psychic attacks. Hmm.
the only thing I think it can do is maybe heal itself psychically, but that's the main weird thing about it.
There's another Starman. Oh, he disappeared. He blinked out of existence and went behind us. That's
Yep,
interesting.
he teleports around. He's like the only enemy that does that, and it's really weird because he often teleports like right in between Paula and Jeff, so like he spawns right in the middle of the party. But the game
Uh-huh.
really doesn't know how to handle it, so sometimes you get red swirls, green swirls, just totally at random with him.
Oh.
There we go. This is the battle background I was looking for.
Oh, wavy lines.
Rainbow wavy lines. It's so wonderful.
With kind of like a staticky look to it in the middle too. It's like there's a little black separation between each one of the horizontal lines
Mm-hmm.
that make up each of the strings. That's pretty cool.
This is one of my personal favorite battle backgrounds.
I can see why.
Also, Starman seems to be weak to freeze. I will keep that duly noted and probably forget about it.
I feel like there should be a
Oh god.
Beatles video or something playing with
Oh,
that
there it
background.
is.
Ooh, what is it?
It is. Yes, thank you for hitting Paula.
The Atomic Power Robot.
The Atomic Power Robot is. I say it again, quite weird. And I don't just mean its sprite, which is very funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's an anomaly. You
Hmm.
want to take it out as soon as possible because it has replenished a fuel supply, which is a full heal to any enemy on any turn of battle. So, you'd think you'd want to get rid of it so it wouldn't just keep healing the Moog over and over again, right?
Yes.
However, it is an exploding enemy, like the trees in Peaceful Rest Valley and like the Smilin' Spheres in the Dusty Dunes Desert. It blows up in your face, does like 300 damage to everybody when you defeat it. So it is imperative that you take it out last.
Because then you won't get the damage.
Exactly, then you can just mash through the text box. Now, I was going to say Pooh uses mirror more often here than anywhere else, because if you try and mirror the Atomic Power Robot, Pooh will give a full heal to anyone on our side, which would be very nice. Oh, I just realized, when Pooh does mirror, he will also have the same strengths and weaknesses as the enemy. So Pooh took only 4 damage from fire there, because the Atomic Power Robot also resists fire. So that's cool.
Well, it makes sense. He's metal after all.
I just like Texas Hold'em because it's a lot easier to follow.
Yeah,
And
it's
it
pretty easy
looks
to follow.
like, let's see, he's won $2.48. So congratulations, Mara.
Woohoo! Time to buy, not much. A box of macaroni and cheese, maybe. I don't know what you can buy for $2.50.
Time to buy 1/100th of a pizza. For
Yeah, one of these
$238.
pizzas.
Ooh, another battle background.
Uh-oh.
I told you these were sick.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I love that.
It's like a slot machine or something.
So much blue, all the different shades together. I love it. You're weak to freeze. I'm not forgetting it this time. That's definitely getting rid of for 1.
That was a really neat, I really like that effect.
Was that you?
Yeah, that was me. I just added a sound effect to the visual effect of the diamonds, the blue diamonds going around the star.
Was that with your mouth, or was that like with a button?
No, it was me.
Because it sounded really, really cool.
Yeah, I can do all kinds of noises.
You could be the sound effects guy without the soundboard.
Yep, I don't need a soundboard.
Fire... Yeah, we'll use Fire Gamma.
Fire.
Fire at will. Who's Will?
Yeah, Will's like not good with that.
Fire at Will Reeve?
Fire at Becky! Why you keep firing at Will? It's not good. It's not fair.
Fire at Becky.
Yeah. That would be a good comedy skit, you know, like have a Star Trek or something. Fire at Will Riker. You know.
Who is Becky supposed to be though?
I don't know. I just made up a name. Fire at Lisa. Fire at Joe. Fire. You know, I just made up a random name.
Fire at Joe. Only we're not supposed to say that. How about just fire Joe? Vote for somebody else.
Oh, I didn't even make that association. That's how far out of the news circuit I am.
Well, I try not to watch, but like things happen and I'm like, oh, well, I guess I'm watching the news tonight.
Well, like I was walking up the street today and somebody said, "Hey, how about the cold?" And I was like, "What?" I guess the weather's gonna change. I don't even watch the weather
anymore. It was
anymore.
60
like,
here last week, so now it's definitely colder.
Great. I went to the zoo on Friday. It was fantastic. It was 60 degrees. I'm walking around.
Oh, I looked up Pittsburgh the other day for something. I forget what it was. And I thought of the zoo.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here.
Let's see. Okay, this is just the one. We need to heal... Actually, come to think of it, once I come out of this fight, we probably should heal everybody, so, chance for the large pizza. Sure. Just as long as you don't kill Paula, I'm happy. Thank you.
Yeah, don't do that.
Alright.
Alrighty.
Now, there are 2 reasons that I've got the pizza. Number 1 is to show you the item that it heals everybody, the large pizza. Number 2, ever since we've got... I'm so sorry. Number 2 is going to involve talking about Pooh. But seriously, ever since we've gotten Pooh, I don't think we've used a single food healing item on him. I've always just healed him with life up alpha or
Magic.
beta or
Yeah.
whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it's me subconsciously remembering that Pooh, being from Dalam in Asia or the Middle East, he doesn't like American food items. And he
Doesn't like
won't
pizza.
take like the same amount of life up from them. He'll only get like 6 or 7 points of HP. So we're using the large pizza. Ness
Yeah.
and his friends ate the pizza together. Ness gets 236. Paula gets maxed out. Jeff gets maxed out. Pooh recovered 6 HP. Oh,
What?
I didn't open the present. I went up that path to
Oh.
talk about the stuff, and I didn't open the present.
Oh, I see that now.
Couple life. Nice. That's a heal. But fortunately, Pooh also has healing gamma, so that'll take care of Ness. Nice.
There we go. Ness is no longer a diamond.
He is much less valuable, but much more valuable in the battle. We have reached the end of the section that I showed you earlier. This is the end of what that map could show. But it doesn't mean we're done.
No. Whoa. That's high tech.
You can go to the right or down. We're going to go to the right first.
Starman.
Nope. The Starman Super.
Oh. Ooh, look at that background.
It is very cool. And the Starman
That's neat.
Super is the enemy I was talking about earlier, or last episode. It is the enemy that has a 1 in 128 chance of dropping Pooh's only weapon, the Sword of
Ultimate
Kings.
weapon, yes.
I don't know why I'm talking so methodically and like deliberately there, but yeah.
Dramatically.
Dramatically, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. Um, he is a bit stronger than the regular Starman, and he might have a shield. I'm not sure.
Might?
So, Ness is just going to do a Tame Love Alpha. Hala is going... I'm not going to pray. I'm not going to do it. Um,
Uh,
Freeze Alpha, I guess. Jeff is going to spy, because the trick with spying is if it does have an item, Jeff will take it before the end of the fight, I believe.
oh, cool.
Who? Oh, do I want to... No, I don't want to do that. I want Jeff to use the shield killer. So if it does have a shield, it will be taken down. Who can mash? Psychic power shield deflected. Okay, yeah, so it does have a shield. And now it's gone.
Shield killer.
So that is why we saved that item. Very nice. Called for help. Regular Starman has joined the battle. Well, since the shield is gone, I can feel much better about hitting you now. We'll go freeze beta. Heavy bazooka. And it really doesn't matter if we spy or not. If he has it, we'll get it at the end of the fight. Who can freeze beta on the regular? Never mind. I forgot that
Never
menuing is
mind.
different in here because, like, if you press left when you can't go to the left, it doesn't automatically go to the right like in other games.
Hmm.
Alright, you should be fine.
You mean when you hit a wall or something like that?
Oh no, like, if there's an option in a menu, like when we had the teleport menu where you can go to Onett, Tucson, Threed, Summers, that kind of thing. If you go to the bottom and then press down again, I don't think it brings you back to the top. I think you actually have to press up and down to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, 8 HP shield beta. Oh, PSI shield beta. That's what the Starman had that deflected the attack back at us. No, the menuing works there. I'm pressing right, and it is going back left to right. PSI, teleport. Okay, well, we don't get a chance to see it anyway. Huh. I guess it works in some menus and not others. Blast of the Res Promoter DX did not work. It would be like the insecticide spray. It would do damage to metallic enemies if it worked. Here it did not work. Now the thing is, if we get it, that's fine and good. And actually, it's more than that. It's awesome. But if we don't, we can't just stay here and
Keep trying.
going. Yeah, because if we keep going, we'll just get so leveled up that the rest of the game will be easy.
Super easy.
Yeah. This battle background is also pretty cool.
Yeah.
Actually, we do have... Ooh, Healing Omega. That's something we don't have. It would bring all dead enemies back, so it would basically restart the fight.
Oh, that's interesting.
The Manly Fish's brother back in Deep Darkness had that ability. He was the first. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see him.
Why would we want to bring back all the enemies?
No, not us. They would do it on their side of the field. For us, it would bring back our party members if we learn it.
Oh, okay.
I haven't released the next episode yet, but I say this now. Your joke of they tend to be kind of shy went right over my head. I credit you with a good joke because I got it offline immediately once we finished.
Thank you. And I have a friend who's, well, more than one, but one in particular, really into puns. So sometimes I'm in that headspace.
You can see what happened there.
No!
It brought back the other Starman from the dead, and Pooh also died.
Lost his life. Why, Pooh? Why?
Alright, so this is the 6th Starman Super we're fighting.
We still haven't got the ultimate weapon.
Yeah, I mean 1 in 128 chance.
Yeah, but like you said, every time you go for another one, statistically, you're supposed to have a better chance. But
true, but it is also mutually exclusive.
That's what I always think.
It's not like you have 128 of them, and like every time you fight one, your odds actively get better. It's every individual one has that chance.
Right, and that's, I think, what people don't understand about odds and statistics. They confuse the math. They confuse the idea of...
Okay, so we had the description about the jerky being out on the laundry line for 6 months. Let's see what the spicy jerky says. Recipe for making spicy jerky. Obtain some type of meat, slice it into pieces about ½ inch thick, season the pieces as much as possible, hang the pieces on a laundry line or something like that, and leave it out in the sun for maybe 8 months. Well, that's what my recipe says. So we've added a crap ton of spices and an extra 2 months in the sun.
Is it? Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is it identical? It's not. It's 8 months instead of 6.
Yeah, and there's gonna be another one called the luxury jerky at some point, and I can't wait to see what that says.
What?
Yeah,
the idea of that?
Yeah,
it's just so funny. Yeah, it's like a luxury rubber band or something. Like it just doesn't, like
a gold-plated rubber band kind of defeats the stretch.
Yeah, it's like when Mom would say, "Don't use the good scissors. Use the everyday scissors." Yeah.
So we have your little friends, the exit mice.
We like them.
We're gonna take one because this is quite the maze, and that would be nice to get out of here much quicker at the end.
He's a tough boy. You can treat him as one of your items.
Now this part of the map.
Flashy.
You can only see the map every few seconds.
So, is there techno music playing right now?
Um,
'Cause
I
that would be
probably
fun.
should send you the playlist. There's a playlist of all the music tracks in Earthbound, and this is
Yeah.
kind of a woo 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 woo, like an alien theme.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking it'd be more like,
Broken
what
trumpet.
did you say? I can't hear you. What did you say? I can't hear you. What did you say? Have you ever been in
What
like
is happening?
a really loud mic like nightclub when the music's playing
Oh
really
yeah.
loud, pulsing, and you're trying to talk to each other and you can see that each other's lips move, but you have no idea what the other one's saying.
Oh, there was a comedy sketch with that concept. It was couple went out to a romantic dinner to reconnect and like strengthen their marriage, and the
Mhm,
husband arranged it because it was the same restaurant they went to their first date at years prior on their anniversary.
mhm.
But the restaurant had completely changed, and it was before they had linguine and ravioli and pasta, and now they come and the waiter's like, "Oh, you must not have been here for a while. We've completely changed. Do you want nachos?"
Hmm.
And then he arranged to have like the musicians sing to them at the table, but he didn't realize like it was a different band than what he thought it was. So the musician was so loud that they couldn't hear each other. So trying to have a romantic talk, the music's getting louder and louder. And she's like, "What? I said you're important to me. I can't hear you."
I love it.
But what made it even better is the guy who wrote the song wrote it specifically to be ridiculous. So loud, and the lyrics were hysterical. So he's singing about how love takes him up out of the muck and the dirt and makes him feel like a fish without any fins or something weird. And
Yeah, that's great.
the guy who did the sound design for it, he wrote the song, and he was the one that actually sang it because the rest of the production staff heard him do it for the demo, and he just did it so over the top. They said, "Yep, you're doing it for the actual show."
Yeah, you gotta do that. That's
Um,
awesome.
Military Octobot. This is a little different than the
Uh-oh.
Marauder Octobot.
Yeah, a little more high tech, a little more. He's got that kind of military green going on there.
Yeah, camo, OD green, not really, but kind of close. Um,
Yeah, not exactly, but more like an antiquated Jeep or something like that.
yeah. With those four little tentacles hanging from its body, it can reach out and steal our items. So if we had these sort of kings, we sure better have equipped it, because yes, it can steal that too.
Oh no! Can he steal the exit mouse?
I don't think so.
I hope not. We like exit mice.
There are little friends in this dungeon. There's a speed capsule inside.
Well, who do we want to go first?
Well, the problem is, that's probably not going to change much. Paula and Pooh almost always go first. If you look at her
Yeah,
status, Ness is always the slowest. He has
but
26.
can it improve Ness's chance of going before some of the enemies?
Yeah, probably. And then it also improves your ability to dodge attacks. So yeah, I think I'll... Although, let me see. We have 43,
Mm-hmm.
29, and
Mm-hmm.
35. Yeah, I'll give it to Ness. Ness can get up to, I think, 24 now. Well, this door is the end of the maze.
Oh,
So we haven't gotten it. I am willing to fight a couple more. So we'll try for it just a little bit more, but I'm not willing to do like more than 4 or 5 more. So
back
let's see
in
if
we
we can
go.
find more starmen. Ooh, Ness is actually in trouble. Pooh got another smash attack. What are you on today, Pooh? I think he actually did the amount of damage to the Starman equal to the health he had. I think it was 282.
Who ate some Cheerios this morning?
You ate Cheerios?
Who ate some
Oh,
Cheerios this morning?
they're
That's
heart
why he's so
healthy and
strong.
also help you punch things in the face harder. Because Remember, Pooh doesn't have any weapon, so he's using
Oh,
his fists.
I guess so. Yeah, his key energy.
I don't want to fight those. See, I'm trying to just get the Starmen, but the Octobots, there's so many of them too.
Yeah, they seem to like to hang out together.
You know, octopus like to spawn in groups. I don't know if that's true or not.
I have no idea.
I do know that October the 8th is World Octopus Day. Alright, so here's a reminder. Why did we come into this place from last time?
To get weapons, to get one weapon.
No, from last time. Like, why did we come back to Winters to, like, search out this Stonehenge base at all? Like, what was the thing that sparked us coming back here?
I don't remember.
It was a call from Apple. Oh, God. I didn't want to
Oh
get in this
yeah, the Apple
situation yet.
Kid. Okay, yeah, Apple Kid.
There's a car from Apple Kid. Call from not a car. Call from Apple Kid. He had gotten kidnapped by the aliens, as were other people in Winters. So, we came here to save him. And he
Yes.
also had information on the Overcoming Shyness book, which would make
Yeah.
the Tenda be able to talk to us.
There was one in particular who told us that.
Yes,
The only one that would say anything except, I'm shy.
exactly. She was the bubbly one. And also, she told us that the person next to her was strong and could lift up a rock that led to somewhere where there were dinosaurs. Can you guess what the boss of this place is going to be?
A robot? Giant robot? No. Starman. Ultra
it's-
Starman. The Ultraman.
Ultra Starman. You're actually really close. But yeah,
Well, there
it is
was
going
a
to be
Japanese
stronger
superhero
Starman.
called. Yeah, there was a Japanese superhero called Ultraman. I don't know if you ever saw that. Solar powered.
That's an interesting concept.
Silver. Yeah, he's all silver. Well, he has this little button or a little light on his chest, and it starts flashing when he starts running out of power. And the narrator of this, the narrator would say, every time it happens, the narrator would say, Ultraman's power button is flashing. If he doesn't reach the sun, or if the sun doesn't power him back up, Ultraman will be doomed. Every single time, it's like, just to remind the kids, if this was the first time that you've ever seen the show, this is his vulnerability. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it's
you are
very,
correct.
very Japanese. Very like.
You are correct in saying that the boss will be a Starman. Yeah. Let's enter through these doors.
Let's do it.
Here's all the kidnapped people.
Oh wow, they're in tubes.
We got Dr. Andonuts as one of them.
What's that little ball on the top? Is that a cat-sized one, or like what's going on?
There's nothing in it. I know. We got Mr. Saturn. We got Tony. Poor Tony. Jeff's friend Tony. One of the Tessie Watchers. One of the New Age Retro Hippies. But Apple Kid is the main one.
Yeah.
Next room.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Dun, dun, dun.
Please let us get up these steps. You're much stronger than our intelligence indicated. We're not prepared for that eventuality. The prophecy from the Apple of Enlightenment may be true, but you must not underestimate us.
The prophecy of the Apple Man?
The Apple of Enlightenment. There is a fair bit of lore, as I've said many times. And in fact, this is one instance of where, like, kind of Mother 1, 2, and 3 are all tied together. I don't understand it, really. Even playing this game before, I still don't understand it. But you can find a lot of videos on YouTube to explain the entire story.
Cool. Well, Paula is not anywhere near her max health, but
That is correct.
Everybody else is pretty good.
The simplest way I can explain the Apple of Enlightenment is Gygus somehow got a prophecy that his invasion would fail because of us, but then it brings into the idea of time travel. Buzz came back in time. That's the whole reason why it failed. But like, if we changed the past to prevent it, then how would it have happened at all? I don't know. But yeah.
Time travel gets interesting that way.
Starman Deluxe. This is what it is. It has a shield just like the others, so I think we're better off just bashing on turn 1. Paula probably could stand to use none of those things.
None of those things.
Let's do... God, nobody's food. Oh, Pooh has the bean croquette. We'll give that to Paula. In the meantime, Ness, I think, can use the sudden guts pill, because that will make his guts even higher, and he will have more smash attacks. Paula is going to use the pair of dirty socks, because that should be super effective against an alien. Jeff is going to take charge with the heavy bazooka as... Oh, no, shield killer, as he should. And Pooh cannot mirror a boss, rule of thumb, but he's going to use the bean croquettes to heal Paula. Let's see how this goes. Not as much as I thought. Body solidified, that's the effect of the dirty socks. It wastes his turns, that's good.
Oh.
Shield is gone. Alright, Ness has high guts, which means we're going to be using just his regular attack. Paula, you probably should have healed PP before the fight started. Let's use your PSI Caramel now. Jeff, heavy bazooka. Since his shields are gone, Pooh can start with... He can do 2 Star Storms. I think we're going to do that. 354, nice.
Wow.
This guy has,
Whoa.
I think... Ooh, that killed Paula in 1 turn. Yikes.
You were going to say how many health this guy has?
About 2,200, I think. Paula's dead. Yeah. Ness is the slowest. If Ness managed to go sooner in the turn, Paula would not be dead. Also, we have another Starman Super here, because he called for help. Okay, yeah, just use regular attack. Jeff, do this. By the way, our attack should still be on the main boss, because once he goes down, the other enemies go down with him. Do you have healing gamma? You do. 20. Alright, we have 1 attempt to get Paula back online. And it worked. Nice. And there's a 3rd enemy. Again, the other Starmen aren't that bad, so... We're gonna keep firing away at the main boss. I know it has Starstorm, so it can use it on us. So it would probably be a good idea to put a PSI shield, I would say. I completely forgot about that until now, but like, yeah, it can wipe our entire team out.
Good gravy.
Well, you're not in great shape. You can do Frieza Alpha, I guess. But yeah, about 2,200 HP it has. Oh, okay, that was the Starman Super. Oh, that's it?
Wow, that was pretty easy. 40,000 XP, wow.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought that would have taken a bit longer. I don't know what maybe it was one of Ness's smash attacks. I thought for sure that would have taken longer. But yeah, it's dangerous.
Yes,
It can do Star Storm. It can do dangerous things.
we hit him pretty hard at the beginning.
Defense up by
Nice level ups.
3. Power of Shield Omega. Yep.
Wow.
I was thinking maybe we could get it from that last Starman Super, but no.
Yeah,
It's
that
fine.
would have been cool, but no. Didn't happen. Now what? Earthquake.
When you defeated the Starman DX Deluxe,
The luck.
the Stonehenge base ceased functioning. I was scared, but I knew I'd be saved if I courageously just sat here and waited long enough. That's what I thought, but I began to lose hope. I'm so glad you saved me after all. I love that.
every damsel in distress or kidnapped, person, yes. I courageously sat here and waited.
Kidnapped, happy, rescued. I give you ribbon.
Oh, cool. I'll
Saturn
take one.
ribbon.
Give it to
Remember,
Paula. Give it to Paula.
ribbons are only equipable on Paula, so we're gonna have to
Paula.
give it to Paula. It is really, really, really good.
Hmm.
How good? Well, her current max is 152 with the talisman. Once we go to the Saturn ribbon, 182.
Wow, that's a really big jump.
Plus 30 defense. Yes, girl, not dying today.
Hope not.
Dr. Andonuts, since our imprisonment is now over, I want to start on the phase distorter as soon as possible. Oh, I almost forgot to thank you. Thank you. This is the happiest moment of my life. No matter what happens, I will live 10,000 years. Thanks for all you've done. Yeah, he's a hippie, so he may live 10,000 years.
I think what they meant to say
In
was,
his brain.
if I live 10,000 years, I will never be happier than I am right now. But that's probably hard to translate.
That's actually a very good thought, but I do like to think that in his mind he will live for 10,000 years. So, I'm gonna let you in on some more action. Saturn
Okay.
Valley. The Mr. Saturns are from another planet. Dr. Andnetz was meeting with one of the Mr. Saturns to discuss creating the phase distorter that could connect 2 points in space and time, this suggesting that the Saturns are far more advanced as a species in their science and technology, and he would need their help in order to create the device.
Makes sense.
And it also explains why they're going back to Saturn Valley now. All right. Full heal, save, call dad, off to Onette to get the library book.
Like what?
You found the book, Overcoming Shyness. Yeah, I wish it would have been cool with all the writing that goes into the game. It could have been cool for them to like throw maybe another literary work, or maybe just a joke title of like, oh, you found this other book. Maybe it's interesting, but you need something else.
Yeah, definitely. Or
I'm
the
bursting.
author's or one of the writer's favorite books or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
like,
that would have been perfect. I'm bursting at the seams to tell you this now.
Okay.
When I was a kid, there was a thing called Math Mania books. And it was like a series of cool math-related games and puzzles and funny little sketches. One of them was a recurring page throughout the books. It was called Library Laughs.
Okay.
And you solved each mathematical equation, and it would give you a number which would correspond to the letter of the alphabet. So like D would be 4, E would be 5, you know.
Yep. One for
And
one substitution cipher.
Exactly. And then when you put them all together, it would spell a pun on a book title and author. And I came up with a couple myself that weren't used, and they were A Guide to Your Drum Set by Tom Toms, And my personal favorite, I dissed Joe Biden earlier. I'm going to diss Trump now because the other book was Blowing Your Own Horn by Donald Trumpet.
Trumpet. Oh, that's clever. It's funny. All the years that I heard his last name, I never thought of Trumpet for some reason. That's great. Very clever.
Thank you. I just always love that one because he does have a tendency to do that.
Self-promotion is just something that everybody has to do these days. It's so weird, like it's just, otherwise you just don't get noticed.
He called them the Runway Fire, and it's the Runaway Five. His girlfriend corrected him.
I love that, the Runway Fire. That changes it a little bit.
All right. Here's an interesting advertisement in today's Threed Journal. Morning newspapers brought to your room by a handsome, friendly bellboy. Threed Sunset Hotel. Oh, hey, this is our ad. Speaking of self-promotion.
Self-promotion. That's really shameless. Yeah.
That's hysterical. 600 a night. So we
just made it. We would have had to call home.
That's so perfect that it was $600. All right. Bellhop, everybody got rescued in Winters. His last headline was about the kidnapping, so maybe that will be it. Breeze blew through the palm trees last night. This is big news here. Oh, I just realized something. I haven't had the browser, our little images up the whole time. There we are. Oh! Book! Can fix shyness. Thanks. Relax. I'll read to everyone. Oh! Just holding this book in my hands makes me feel like I'm overcoming my shyness already. I'll really take time to read it to everyone. Yay.
Time passes.
The leader of the Tenda tribe read Overcoming Shyness to everyone. Yeah, the fade to black, time passes. I remember my one history teacher said, like, in old TV and movies, like, when things were a lot more simple and wholesome, like, they couldn't show, like, husband and wife together, like, they had separate beds, like, they rarely ever showed the bedroom. And in old movies, if there was ever a fade, like the screen went black right to the center at night and then reopened the next morning, a certain effect, it implied that they did the thing. So
yeah, they were being husband and wife. Yeah. So because only husband and wives were supposed to know about that sort of thing.
Exactly, but the fact that there was a specific effect that had that meaning, like it could fade differently, but that specific draw to the center and then back out again was supposed to mean that.
So I've never heard that before. That's the very first time I've heard that. Interesting.
Well, I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, then he was wrong.
He could be wrong, but I don't know. It seems plausible. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. That's the very first time I've ever seen that. Because the iris in and the iris out is often used. But see, that's interesting. I wonder if it's a certain time period, like 30s probably. Or something like that. Yeah.
Chat, chat, whisper, whisper. They're talking to one another now. Isn't that great? I'd like to give you some tenderkraut in return. Tenderkraut is a type of dish. It's a type of dish that all Tenda like. It stinks, but it tastes wonderful.
Oh, it's terrible. It sounds like my wife likes kimchi, which is basically like fermented cabbage. It's a Korean dish. She's Korean.
You don't like cabbage, do you?
I do not.
I don't either. I think we talked about that when we watched MacGyver because he tossed a cabbage in the air and they shot it with a shotgun. And we're like, yes, get it, cabbage.
Yes, you deserve it. You terrible, gut-wrenching food that stinks
it stinks so much.
Not feel good after you eat it. Yeah, even like Brussels sprouts. I've tried Brussels sprouts. Tried to steam them, tried to roast them, tried to boil them. They're cute, but they're not edible. It's like I might as well just eat a plant like a poinsettia or something. I don't know. Like,
is it that poisonous?
Yeah, I know. That's why I was joking about that. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, don't do that, kids. Don't do that if you're watching. But yeah, it's
It stinks, but
Ziff.
it tastes wonderful. Yeah, it's supposed to be sauerkraut, but tenderkraut. When we watch Hogan's Heroes, we always hear, well, my family, I say we, but
Yeah.
sauerbraten Schultz refers to, and it's like a different meat and cabbage dish, I believe, with other things.
Sauerbraten is marinated beef. It's like
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's marinated in a vinegary kind of solution. There's various recipes, and it could be really sour or sweet and sour. So, but yeah, it's basically yeah, you want to marinate. It's a marinade. So I don't know.
I'm
I've had it. I've had
uh
various forms of it. It's not my favorite thing, but it's okay.
yeah, I don't think I've ever had it. But yeah.
So why ruin a good piece of beef that way? Basically, it's the way
Yeah, you
my
could cook it a
attitude.
million other ways, and
Mm,
it could be better than just
mm,
being overwhelming sour or whatever. Because marinating, it's like you have to love the flavor to marinate something. Because once you marinate it, it is going to be that flavor, nothing else. You remember a long time ago, it even got edited out because the recording wasn't on. We had a
mhm,
cutscene where we drank a cup of coffee and we heard
mhm.
about story progress and philosophy and how far
Yep.
we've come and we'd have to go.
Yep.
Well, we're a lot closer to the end of the game now. And this one will actually be on the video. Would you like some tea? Drink.
Yes.
And a different
Whoa.
Batman.
Nifty.
Even better.
Zigzags. Yeah.
Ziggy zaggy. Like a great
Mm.
tapestry, vertical and horizontal threads have met and become diagonal. No,
No, that's
intertwined,
not what it says.
creating a huge, beautiful image. It's funny though, because everything here is diagonal.
Hmm.
You may have cursed this never ending journey.
Hmm.
What? You
I
have
hope not.
known injury and defeat, but you have struggled on to reach this place. Your inborn intelligence and courage have helped bring you here. You have believed in your friends, and as a group, you have supported each other. Have you ever stopped to consider how much your power has grown? Now you could fell enemies in Onet and Tucson with one blow. But we could kind of do that last time you gave us this message, but okay.
Mm.
As you certainly know, you cannot turn back. Gygus, the arch-fiend of the universe, is growing frightened of you and your power. He is searching for ways to end your journey. Imagine if the power just cut out right now. From here, the challenge grows, and your adventure will take you beyond anything you've ever imagined, psychologically. You are drawing near to Gygus. Remember, when you are suffering hardships, your enemy is also struggling.
Really?
By the way, do you know where Pokey went? When this cup of tea is finished, your adventure will continue. Your destiny pulls you in the right direction. Believe in yourself and press forward. Not
If
fast
you
forward,
insist.
just forward.
Just forward. Yeah. Not too
Ness, Paula, Jeff, Pooh. I wish you luck.
Who's speaking? The
Okay.
game? The narrator?
Um,
No,
I'm
the
assuming it's just supposed to be like the spirit of the universe.
Gotcha. That's
However,
a good one.
there's also the theory about the again referring back to time travel, the photo man. Why is there a photo man dropping down from the sky at random memorable points in the game to take our picture, and how is he doing it?
He's a time tourist.
There's a theory that these events are happening in a repeated past timeline. So after you've beaten the game and Ness grows up to be successful, you've defeated Gygus, he hires the photo man to go back in time to when they were reliving the events of the game and take pictures along the way. So the photo man is
Hmm.
supposedly hired by adult Ness to like get memories of the journey because he didn't take
Hmm.
pictures.
It's really awesome. Great
We're
idea.
getting
I love
into
it.
like we're getting
Meta.
into the um metaverse or the Doctor Strange time warp or
Yeah.
whatever it was in Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah, I never saw that, but yes, the you're aware, so self-aware.
Oh,
Yeah.
hi, smile.
Well, that's
Come to think of it,
not shy.
that's less words than we're shy.
Yeah.
That's one word and an expression.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm a woman. Did you think that I was a man? Really asking those deep questions.
I did not consider it either way.
Hi, how are you feeling today? No, how are you today? Oh, you're not feeling well? Be healthy. Encourages us to use the hot springs.
That's that like kind of passive aggressive way of saying something like, you know, oh, you don't look so well. I hope you're okay. Like when unsolicited, when someone
Well,
comes,
it
it's
was
like,
also
and then you're like, wait a minute, do I really look bad, or was that just a mean person? Like,
well, there was a kid, not a kid. There was a
mm,
comedian who said, when kids say something mean to you, it
mm.
genuinely hurts because you know they're being honest. Like below the age where like they don't have a filter. If a
They don't
kid
have
comes up
seat.
to you and says you're ugly, it's because he genuinely thinks you're ugly. And so much
Yeah,
so
there's
he had to
no.
go out of his way to tell you that. She's like, he was over there
That's
playing with
funny.
Legos. He looked up and said, "Oh God, what is that?"
That's funny.
Yeah.
I must declare to its face what it is.
He needed
It
to
is
inform
ugly.
you of the situation.
I
Um, that comedian, her name was Gina Brion from America's Got Talent. Look her up; she's hysterical.
don't know her, but I will. That sounds great.
Underground, very large area. Exist. Dinosaurs. Big. Scary. Lost underworld. Stone. There is. Talks lots. All of those were fragments.
Yeah.
So, next
Wait, the
time,
stone talks a lot, or no? I'm
the
just kidding.
stone. Yeah, it does. There's a talking stone.
Oh,
Or multiple, I guess. So, next time on Earthbound, we'll have part 18. We are going to talk to this last Tenda over here, get them to move this big rock, and make our way to the Lost Underworld. We're also going to
be
talk to this one
prepared
up
for
top.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, dinosaurs, big, scary.
Hmm.
uh, we're also going to talk to this one up top, and we're going to purchase a lot of Horns of Life, and you'll see why next time. All right. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, today. What will you have to say to conclude our episode, Pat?
Oh gosh. Well, what? We had lots of robots. That was fun. Now we get to do dinosaurs in the next one. This is getting awesome. I love it.
It really is. We're getting so close to the end. I think one more part and we switch to our final Windows style, which is peanut or orange. And yeah,
Looking forward to it.
we're getting so close. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. Everyone, we'll see y'all next time.